Benson Boone, everyone. Hello, welcome. It's iHeartRadio Canada with Benson. I'm Shannon.
What up, players?
We're here. We're chilling. Congratulations on your EP. I know it's been a month, but
that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How does it feel now that you've kind of sat with it for a few weeks? Well, I guess you've been sitting with it for a long time, but sitting with it out.
Yeah, it is always weird because I've been listening to these songs for over a year, and now that they're out, it's just now they're just out, But I think the best part about it is when I'm playing these shows on this tour. This is the first time; these are the first shows that people know the lyrics of the songs on Pulse. So it's been incredible to hear people singing back the lyrics because that's a very special thing for me.
Yeah, I can imagine. And your fan, they scream it. Any video of you performing, they are just at it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! When I tell you. Last night I was in Montreal, and I have these little in-ears that I wear when I'm on stage, and I can't really hear much outside of them because they're molded to my ears. And just for a second, I took out one of my earpieces while they were screaming, and literally blew out my eardrum. It was so crazy loud. They are so loud.
Yeah.
And I really love it. I really do.
Totally. And I feel like you're kind of responsible for that, because you bring that energy to the show that they then give back to you, right?
Yeah. I do bring a lot of energy to the shows, so it works.
Yeah, totally. Did you approach this EP differently than your first one, knowing what you learned with the first one? Yeah,
this one, my first EP is called Walk Me Home, and it was very heartfelt and ballad and sad, and that was kind of when I was first discovering writing music. And this one is I've found the people that I like to work with. I've been working with them a lot. I'm comfortable with them. I'm figuring out new things in my voice and in my style of music, and I'm really discovering the real Benson Boone and what I want to be writing and performing. And so I feel Pulse is closer to the kind of music that I want to be writing. There's a healthy mix of there's Little Runaway, where it's still the sad ballad type song, but then there's Coffee Cake, which is the complete opposite, very upbeat and kind of like Neon Trees, Harry Styles baby.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I was going to ask how you characterize or what kind of genre you put your music in, if any, because I do feel we are at a time where people don't necessarily need to put their music into a genre, but how do you describe it to other people?
I always say it's like Sam Smith and Shawn Mendes had a baby.
Nice.
That's what I say. But I don't know how I don't know, maybe pop soul.
Yeah, pop soul I think is good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to think of how I would, and I couldn't come up with it because it does maybe sound like a few things, but it's very original too,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't really, I've never even thought about that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like I said, I don't feel I feel we're at a point where you don't need to be this is my rock album, this is my pop. You can just be, it
True.
can just be.
Yeah, it
right?
just can be what it is.
Yeah. What is it with cliff jumping?
That's such a good question. I don't know. I think I'm addicted to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How often do you go cliff jumping?
As much as I can.
Really?
And actually, so the last show of the tour is in San Diego. And it's on my birthday.
I was gonna ask that, yeah.
And for that, I literally think after the show in San Diego, me and my boys are gonna go night cliff jumping. There's this spot. It's called Sunset Cliffs, and it's just we've been there before. Hopefully, there's not rocks, but we'll just kind of send it, and that's just I don't know. I just love it.
Is that what it is about it? Is it the thrill of maybe there is rocks? There's just always that kind of adrenaline or risk to
maybe a part of me has a death wish, and I just don't know that part of me yet.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to die.
Okay,
I really like Earth.
Nice.
And it's great. I got here in 2016, and I've loved it ever since. Just kidding. But I really do like life. I really do enjoy it, and I have a lot of fun. So, yeah, I don't want to die.
Good. I'm glad. I don't want to die either. Do you think that there's some sort of correlation between obviously you go for adrenaline or an adrenaline rush, and then also being able to perform in front of thousands of people every night?
I think that's actually kind of what makes it's like what makes me built for this.
Yeah.
Where like because I cliff jump, like I cliff jump because I want that rush and I want to feel like I'm doing something that's on the edge or just like very, I don't even know the word. I'm gonna make up a word, adrenalating. And so when I'm on stage, it's like that same feeling but elevated. It's like I'm on stage, I'm getting all this crazy energy from thousands of people, and it's like now I just have my music, my art, and I'm just performing it to the best of my ability to these people. And it's like a challenge to me, like how big can I make this song? How good can I hit? Like how high can I go on this note? Just like it is like what I love to do, like so truly. And so being on stage is like where I'm in my element.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that. That's wild. You also have talked about an interest in art, and you were kind of into that before you got into singing and things. And I know you've done some art for like singles art. Mm-hmm. Would you incorporate, or have you thought about incorporating your art in any other way with your music?
Yeah, like it definitely helps like with merch. Like I've designed all my merch, and yeah, the singles. I don't really know how else I would do it. But I do love, like, I've always loved drawing and painting. My dad, I get that from my dad mostly, a little from my mom as well. But my dad's like a crazy artist. He's so good. And so it's kind of just always been something that I've done. But
yeah, there's like a Halsey, for example, like she was on SNL or something, where she was like painting a whole painting while she was singing as a kind of a performance art thing.
Wow.
So I feel like there's like got to be some creative way to somehow figure out a way to incorporate it or something.
Yeah, there's got to be. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try that sometime.
Totally. You have a birthday coming up. Do you have birthday plans for your 21st? Because you're turning 21. But yeah, cliff jumping and...
Yeah, cliff jumping.
That's so wild. Jumping. I could never. I literally could never. So
I think you could. I think you'd be surprised.
Do you think so? I'll meet you in San Diego and then we'll go. Okay. That'll be our next iHeart Virgin Radio.
Okay, perfect.
Video that we'll do. That's so funny. I want to talk about Dan Reynolds.
Dan Reynolds.
Dan Reynolds is a cool guy.
Dan Reynolds, holy muscular man. That guy.
Seriously.
He's like 6'5", and he just looks like Hulk.
Yeah. There's videos of him on TikTok of him performing just with like out a shirt on, and people are like, oh, I didn't know Imagine Dragons was this.
Yeah. Like nobody has known, apparently, because I see all these videos, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, I never knew what Imagine Dragons looked like, and now I'm imagining more than just dragons. It's like, geez. But yeah, he really is. He's just a stud all around. I mean, He's such a good guy.
That's what I was going to say. Not only is he very attractive, but he's also, we've had the chance to sit down with him, and he like blew me away. He's just so cool and like such an ally for the queer community. Like he does so much good work. He
really does. And he just like, he makes you feel comfortable in your own skin. He is very gifted in that way. And so working with him has been incredible, and him like taking time for an artist very much smaller than him is like just, he's a very kind soul.
Yeah, what kind of things do you learn from him, if any?
I think the main thing that he's taught me is that in this industry, everybody wants something different from you. Everybody has a different outlook on yourself than you actually do. And regardless of what that is, like you are the leader of your own career and your own life. And you have to do things that make you happy, things that write music that you want to be writing, releasing things that you're proud of. Because at the end of the day, if you have a successful career and you don't feel like you've accomplished anything, that would be the saddest thing ever. But if you have a somewhat successful career and everything you've done is what you want to be doing, then it's like that's better than anything else. And so he's just kind of taught me to stick to my gut and just follow my own dreams.
Wow, that's great advice.
It really is. It really is.
Seeing the success that you've seen so quickly in the last few years, do you see a lot of the like almost stereotypical things that people warn artists about? Like, don't surround yourself with too many yes men, or like people will try and take advantage of you, or all of a sudden want to be your friend because you're successful, things like that?
Yeah, and obviously like I'm not like a huge artist, so it's not like I haven't had that to an extreme yet, but there definitely is just a lot of people that will just like obviously say yes more than is comfortable, and just like I don't know, it is very nice to keep like, you know, my core friend group around and have my buddies, because they'll always shoot me straight. But yeah, there's a lot of things to look out for.
Yeah. But that's good, as long as you're looking out for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Is there a part of your skill set that you personally would want to work on more? Is there something that you've kind of want to focus on, whether it's like songwriting or singing or on stage banter, any of those things?
Ooh.
Or are you like, no, I'm chilling.
No. There's always something to work on. I definitely think like my voice could be a lot better and healthier. I've never taken vocal lessons, so it's like I think that's something that everyone needs. It's kind of like therapy, you know, like anyone could use a therapist. Yeah, so I think I could get a lot better at like the vocal side of things, and that's, I mean, obviously that's like the main part.
Yeah,
my voice kind of is my job.
Yeah,
so
definitely. And probably like a therapist too, where it's like not something that you just do and then stop. It's like an ongoing thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Are you in therapy?
No. No.
That's okay. You can advocate for it.
I really
though.
need to though.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard too when you're like are always on the go. Right?
It's literally why. Like I would definitely have a therapist if I was in one spot for more than 2 days.
Yeah.
But I'm not. So I just call my mom.
There you go.
She's kind of my therapist.
I love that.
So yeah, it's good. And also like songwriting sometimes, like when I'm in the studio, it is more therapy than I think about, because like when I'm in the studio with these guys that I love to work with, like I'm literally opening up about something I'm very emotional about, and we will talk about it for like, you know, upwards of 45 minutes, and then we'll dive into, you know, writing the lyrics and getting everything. But it's like we have like a therapy session before every song, so it does sometimes like feel like, you know, like therapy.
Yeah, definitely. I'm always so jealous of artists, because not only do you get to like sit down and divulge all these things, but you then get to turn it into art, which is like the most beautiful thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, that's so sweet. There's people that try and make it in the industry all the time. We see it constantly. Why do you think it is that you have succeeded at it? Have you given that any thought?
Not really, no. It is interesting to think about it sometimes. I haven't been, this hasn't been a dream of mine for very long.
Right.
I'm very, very passionate about music, and it's kind of been just newly within the past 2 years. Mm-hmm. But like a lot of people that I know, you know, this has been their dream since they were like 4, and they've been writing songs since they were 7, and they were performing on stage when they were like 6, and like all this crazy stuff. It's like their whole life. And when they get to an age where like now it's like time to go for it, like it's been their whole life. Mm-hmm. They've overthought everything, and it's like sometimes they just don't know what to do because they've been doing it for so long. And I think something that's helped me is like, because I grew up in a completely opposite, like outdoors, mm-hmm. and very much not musical, I think like it's made everything very intriguing. And so like the whole last 2 years, I've just been like on the go. Just what can I learn? What can I learn? What can I learn? How can I improve? What can I do better? And so it hasn't been a whole life thing for me. It's just been like very recent. And that's helped me personally, just, you know, because it's still very interesting to me. Like,
yeah,
like
that is.
Like everything is still, I don't even know where to find the C on a piano, but like I just love figuring things out, and I love traveling and performing, and like just me being who I am. That has been something that's helped me a lot, because in no way am I like tired of anything. Yeah, you know.
No, I know, that's so impressive too. Do you ever feel any sort of like imposter syndrome then, or like maybe guilt because there's people that have been working on it since they were young? Not that you should.
No, I do feel that sometimes, where like when I do talk to people that have been doing it their whole life, like I feel kind of bad that like I compare myself to people like sometimes more than I should, and that's something I try to work on. But yeah, it does make me feel bad sometimes, like that maybe I, you know, don't deserve to be doing this, or, you know, that I should be taking things slower. But really, like, I am a firm believer that everybody has their own trajectory, mm-hmm. and there's a plan for everyone. And so, like, you know, whether or not this works out, I'm just trying my best. Yeah. And that should go the same for any other person. Like I can't judge anyone else, because who knows what their future looks like.
Totally.
And so I'm just doing my thing, letting other people do theirs.
Yeah, totally. And you so deserve it. You're very talented. So congrats on everything.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks for chatting today. Appreciate
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Nice.
And that's a wrap, bruv.
Oh, and we have a gift for you.
Oh.
Oh, let's see if I can grab it. An iHeartRadio water bottle if you want to open that up.
Oh.
We want to help you out. Especially you got to take care of the voice. Got to stay hydrated, especially with the smokiness outside.
Oh, well, this is really nice.
Yeah, it's good, right? And we filled it up for you already, so it's all good to go.
And it's got a wooden top.
Wooden top.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I actually don't have a water bottle, so this is very nice for me.
Glad it can help.
Thank you. Thank you very much.